Alain Delon, often hailed as the most beautiful man in movie history, was a French screen icon who was as famous for his looks as he was for his acting. Delon was not shy about his appearance, famously telling an interviewer that during his prime, he was very, very handsome indeed. Even as a baby, he joked that his mother had to put a sign on his pram reading, "You can look, but you can't touch," to keep people at bay. Throughout his life, Delon was acutely aware of the effect his appearance had on people, particularly women. He once remarked that women were obsessed with him, a sentiment echoed by many who encountered him. Known as the male Brigitte Bardot, Delon was a magnet for admiration and desire. A photograph from 1967 captures a moment between Delon and Marianne Faithfull, Mick Jagger's then-girlfriend, as they sat close together on a sofa. Jagger, sitting off to the side, appeared glum, possibly sensing the chemistry between the two. Faithfull later recalled that Jagger was very jealous and possessive at that moment, and she confessed that Delon had indeed made advances towards her during the filming of The Girl on a Motorcycle. When she rejected him, he became sullen and nasty, revealing a side of his personality that did not take kindly to refusal. Rejection was not something Delon experienced often, as he became one of France's most recognizable male exports, starring in nearly 100 films over a 6-decade-long career. He played a variety of roles, from Patricia Highsmith's Tom Ripley in Purple Noon, 1960, to an amoral art dealer in Joseph Losey's Mr. Klein, 1976. Despite his professional success, his personal life was fraught with controversy, particularly when it came to his relationships. Delon was linked to some of the most desirable women in the world, including Jane Fonda, Anne Margaret, and Lana Wood. However, his romantic interests were not confined to women. Austrian actor Helmut Berger, who was involved with both fashion model Marissa Berenson and director Luchino Visconti, claimed that Delon had tried to woo Visconti to further his career. Though this seemed unlikely, given Delon had already worked with Visconti on Rocco and His Brothers, 1960, and The Leopard, 1963, Delon himself was nonchalant when asked about rumors of his homosexual tendencies. "So what's wrong if I had?" he responded. "Would I be guilty of something? If I like it, I'll do it. The only important thing is to love." Love, however, was complicated for Delon. His relationships rarely lasted, and his aversion to commitment likely stemmed from a troubled childhood. Born in Paris in 1935 to a cinema manager and his wife, Delon was their only child. His parents divorced when he was 4, and he was sent to live with foster parents as they moved on to new relationships. In a 2015 documentary, Delon recalled the tears of my childhood, describing how loneliness had become a constant in his life. This sense of abandonment might have shaped his future relationships, making it difficult for him to commit fully. After his foster parents died, Delon was sent to Catholic boarding schools, from which he was expelled 6 times due to his disruptive behavior. At 14, he returned to live with his mother and stepfather, a butcher who trained him in charcuterie. However, Delon soon sought a different path, joining the Navy at 17 and serving in the war in Indochina. By the time France lost control of the colony in 1954, Delon had already been expelled from the Navy for stealing a Jeep. He then lived in Paris's Pigalle district, working as a waiter and mingling with prostitutes and gangsters. His looks eventually landed him a role in the 1958 film Christine, where he starred opposite Romy Schneider. The two became a golden couple, dazzling the public with their 5-year romance. However, despite their engagement, rumors of Delon's infidelity, including a supposed affair with German singer-songwriter Nico, led to their relationship's demise. Delon's personal life was often as dramatic as his on-screen roles. He married French actress Nathalie Barthélemy in 1964, but the marriage was short-lived. Despite the birth of their son Anthony in 1965, Delon's infidelity persisted, and they divorced in 1969. During this time, Delon had an affair with singer Dalida and was said to have pursued Romy Schneider long after their breakup. Delon was also implicated in a scandal involving his friend and former bodyguard Steven Markovich, whose corpse was found in a Parisian skip in 1968. Theories suggested Markovich had been murdered after staging a sex party that included high-profile guests, but the crime was never solved. Delon's marriage to Natalie ended when he met French model and actress Mireille d'Arc. Their relationship, which lasted until the early 1980s, was perhaps his most significant. However, they eventually parted ways because d'Arc had a medical condition that made pregnancy dangerous, and Delon wanted more children. He went on to have 2 more children, Anouchka and Alain Fabian, with Dutch model Rosalie van Bremen. Their relationship ended in 2002, and in 2012, Alain Fabian accused his father of abuse, claiming Delon had been violent towards him, his older brother Anthony, and their mother. Delon denied these allegations but admitted to slapping Rosalie and other women in his life, a confession that sparked public outcry. Despite his tumultuous personal life, Delon was honored with an honorary Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival in 2019. His later years were marred by further controversy, including the death of Arie Bellon, whom Nico had claimed was Delon's son. Delon's 3 children also publicly disagreed over his care following a stroke in 2019, with allegations that his companion Jérôme Rollin had tried to exploit him. In the end, Delon asked to be buried on his estate in Douchy, near the graves of his beloved dogs, the only companions to whom he remained truly faithful. His death at the age of 88 marked the end of an era for French cinema, and he was remembered as not just a legendary actor but a monument by French President Emmanuel Macron. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates on celebrity deaths and news updates.